Mm. Okay. Okay, so everybody, we can start with our prayers. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, Mataji. Om Jnanati
ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया
Tandrena Tasmai Namam
चक्षुरुन्मिलितम्
Vedaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
स्वामी नित्यानने
Shari
प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद शिवादि गौरी गौरवंदा हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
Hare Hare
हरे
Hare
राम
Rama Rama
हरे
Rama
राम
Hare Krishna
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे 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 राम
Very nice. Okay, so how many of over here are chanting regularly?
Me Mataji, I chant.
I do 16 rounds a day.
Oh, is it from Mukund? Mukund does 16 rounds a day?
Yes, Mataji, I recently started to do 16 rounds a day.
Very nice. So what time do you wake up?
Today I woke up at like 4:50 or something.
So how is it, Mukund, with the exams and with schools and everything? How are you finding it?
It's pretty easy.
It's easy? 1 second.
But sometimes if it gets late, then it gets hard to finish it.
Okay, so Sanskrit is chanting, so Devi is chanting. Very nice. Very nice. Okay.
Mataji,
Yes.
Mataji, we chant 16 rounds. Yes, Mataji.
You both also chant 16 rounds?
Yes, Mataji. Well, all the times we chant like 2 or 3 rounds every single day. But sometimes we try to accomplish and then we never give up and then we complete our rounds by 16.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm so happy that you all are chanting. And when you have your spring break, you can try to utilize that time in your chanting. Okay. Very nice. It's beautiful that you all are really, really so much eager to complete your chantings and complete your rounds. Okay, so what we will do is, okay, tell me, when you are chanting, that means what are you all doing?
Focusing, Mataji, focusing under Bhakti Yoga. Krishna.
Okay, focusing on Bhakti Yoga. Okay, I'll just stop the share over here for some time, okay? Yeah, so when we are chanting, that means what are we exactly doing? Okay, focusing on Bhakti Yoga. What else do you think?
Mataji, I think that when you chant, you also think about Krishna's feet and observe about Krishna, observing and completely observed about Krishna pastimes
Very
and
nice.
Krishna Leela.
Very good. Anyone else?
You hear what you're saying?
Okay, very nice. Anybody else wants to say anything? Are we remembering Krishna?
Yes,
We're
Mataji.
thinking of Krishna and remembering Krishna, right? Okay. So let us go back with our verse. Okay. Now, there are some people in this world who will think about all sorts of things, right? They will be thinking about, what do you think? Apart from Krishna, what do you think people will be thinking about? Apart from Krishna, what do you think people can think about? Yes? Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
So what do you think apart from Krishna, what can some of people think about?
Politics?
Politics, okay. What else? I'm just adding one more slide, okay? So just give me 1 second. Yes. What else will we be thinking about? Come on, there are so many things people will be thinking about. Not, yeah. 1 second. Yes. Can you see the slide?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. See? What will be people thinking about? Oh, my children. Oh, my shares. Oh, what time I have to do what? Look at my house. What should I be doing? And look at this brain. See, there are so many things, right? About the world you're thinking, about money you're thinking, about so many different, about this calculation, that calculation, this tea, this party. So many things are there that people will be thinking about. And we over here, on the other hand, are thinking about only Krishna. What do you think? What is the best choice? What is the best thing to do?
Krishna.
But there are so many, but there are so many other things I can think about. Why should I think only about one thing?
House.
Haribol?
So
There
you
are
can
so,
focus.
so we can focus, right?
House.
What else? So there are like, now see, I'll give you an example, okay? I can, as a child now, you can go to the store, get some ice cream. You can, open the fridge and take up something to eat. And then you can go in the kitchen and try to get something. Or you can go and, what you can do is you can look for a book. You can try to do something else. This is all you can do by yourself, right? But on the other hand, if your mom is there at home or your dad is there at home, if you just tell them that, okay, I need these things, will they get it for you? Everything is good and you really need it. Your parents are also okay to give it to you. Will they give it to you?
Yes, Mataji. If it's good for
Yes,
you.
right. Yes, right. So I know that if I just go to my mom or if I just go to my dad, all these things are going to be taken care of, right? So instead of I being worried about each and everything, I should be just worried about how I can please my mom, how I don't be in a bad books for her or I do not trouble her for a day, so that whatever I ask her, she will be okay to give it to me, right? This is a trick we all use, right? Everybody, it's my vacation starting. Let me be on my best so that my mom does not get mad at me, isn't it? So this is not exactly with Krishna because Krishna will give us whatever we really, really need. As we have said, right? Remember last time when we said, when we gave an example that you are having a lot of cold and you go to your parents and then you ask them, can I have an ice cream? What do you think? Will they give it to you?
Not at all. No.
Right? So Krishna is also the same thing. Whatever you need at the right time, he knows about it. Though you are going to ask him 100 times, he will say that wait for some time. I know what you really, really need. Okay. So this all things a human being, when he comes into the material life, we all really need to look into household matters. We look into what our children are doing. We look into money matters. But what is the main essence of life is you don't get carried away with all these things. You should not be, like your chanting, your remembering of Krishna goes at a back end, and this all becomes your priority. That should not happen at any point. This is what this verse is also trying to tell us in a bit, okay? Namam dush. Okay, somebody wants to read it. Mukund, do you want to read it?
Mataji, can I read? Okay. Namam duskriti no mudha prapadyante naradhima maya pahrita jnana asuram bhavamashrita. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, I'll just have this underlined for you all. This one.
Same.
Yeah, the Samskriti, can you say this verse?
Yes, Mataji. Namam no mudda
Dushkriti no mudha.
naradama maya pratajnana ashuram pavam ashriti.
Okay. One second. Yeah. Okay. Namam. Everyone repeat after me so that we can all say it again. Okay. Namam dushkriti no mudha. Namam dushkriti no mudha. Namam dushkriti no mudha.
Namam duskriti no mudha
Prapadyante.
prapadyante
Prapadyante.
prapadyante
Naradhama.
naradhama
Prapadyante naradhama.
prapadyante naradhama
Mayaya
maya
paharte.
pahrite
Mayaya paharte.
maya pahrite
Mayaya paharte jnana.
maya pahrite jnana
Mayaya paharte jnana.
maya pahrite jnana
Asuram asuram bhavamashritah. Asuram bha asuram bhavam ashritah.
asuram bhavamashita
Namam dushkriti no mudha.
namam duskriti no mudha
Namam dushkriti no mudha.
namam duskriti no mudha
Prapadyante naradhama.
prapadyante naradhama
Mayaya paharte jnana. Mayaya paharta jnana.
maya
As asuram bhavamashritah.
asuram bhavamashita
Asuram bhavamashritah.
asuram bhavamashita
Namam dushkriti no mudha.
namam duskriti no mudha
Prapadyante naradhama.
prapadyante
naradhama
Mayaya paharta jnana.
maya pahrite
Asuram bhavamashritah.
asuram bhavamashita
Namam dushkriti no mudha.
namam duskriti no mudha
Prapadyante naradhama.
prapadyante naradhama
Mayaya paharta jnana.
maya pahrita jnana
Asuram bhavamashritah.
asuram bhavamashita
Very
He's
good.
still doing that.
Okay, yeah. So we'll go with our synonyms first and then we will go with each one saying the words again. Okay. So again, we will have our game. I might tell you the English meaning or the Sanskrit meaning. You can tell me the other one. Okay. Naradhama,
Lowest among mankind.
lowest among mankind. Okay, so if one says lowest among mankind, nature,
Baba.
bhavam,
Baba.
bhavam. Okay, nature, bhavam. Okay, asuram,
Asuram. Demonic. Demonic.
demonic.
Demonic.
Surrender,
Prapadyante. Prapadyante. Prapadyante.
na,
Unto me.
na,
Unto me.
Unto
Unto me.
Unto me.
na, na.
Not. Not.
Not. Na is not.
Not.
Mayaya.
By the
Maya.
illusory energy.
Mayaya by the illusory energy. Ashritaha.
Accepting.
Accepting. Dushkritana.
Miscreants.
Dushkritana. Miscreants. Mam.
Unto me.
Mam onto me. Okay. Surrender.
Prapadyante.
Prapadyante. Jnanaha.
Whose knowledge?
Whose knowledge? Whose knowledge? Mudha.
Foolish.
Mudha, foolish. By the illusory energy.
Maya.
Mayaya. Okay, so we'll try to not have a chat, okay? Okay, so yes, Mukund, can you go ahead with this verse?
Yes, Mataji. Naman duskriti no mudha prapadyante naradhama mayaya pahrita jnana asuram bhavamashrita.
Very good.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Subhadra Giridhari.
Namam dushkriti namuda prapayante naradama maya jana ashuram bhavamashita.
Very good. Then we have Kavya.
Rito Buddha prapadyante naradama maya ya pragnana asuram bhava asritaha taha.
Asuram Bhavamashritaha. Very good. Then we have Saumya.
Now mam duskriti no muda prapadyante naradama maya prahita gnana asuram bhavamashita.
Very good. Asuram Bhavamashritaha. Okay, Isha and Vikram.
Hare Krishna Masi. Nama dushanti moda bhakante naradamaha ma apya jnana asuram bhavam ashrute. Hare Krishna Masi.
Ashritaha. Okay. Then we have some Krishnanena.
Okay, Mataji. Namam diskriti no muda prapadyante naradama maya pahrita jnana asuram bhavamashita. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Samskriti.
नामं दुष्कृतिनो मूढा प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमा मायया ज्ञान अशूरं भवम् अश्रिता. Thank you, Mataji.
Asuram bhavamashritah. Very good. So Devi,
नमां दुष्कृतिनो मूढा प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमा माययापहृता ज्ञाना सुरं भावमाश्रिता. Thank you, Mataji.
very good. Deepak Koshki. Deepak, are you there?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Deepak.
Namam dustriko mudaha paryante namadharmaha
Radhama.
Parta jana asuram bhavam ashtariyaha. Hare Krishna
Ashritaha.
Mataji, thank you.
Hi Krishna. Suraj.
नामं दुष्कृतिनो मुदा प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमा माययापहृत अन्या
Jnana.
something. नामं दुष्कृतिनो मुदा प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमा माययापहृत ज्ञान अशूरं भावमाश्रिता.
Very good. Kavya, can you read the translation for us?
Okay, Mataji. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are the lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. So see, now what we will do is, we will mark the words, okay? So first of all, in the translation, Srila Prabhupada tells us that the Lord is talking about miscreants, okay? Miscreants. And so what are their characteristics? Who are grossly foolish. We'll have a different color for them. Okay, who are grossly foolish. Next is who are lowest among mankind. We'll have another color for it. Whose knowledge is stolen by illusion. Okay, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons. Okay, so these are the three things. Is this color visible to you all? The green one? Can you see? So now see, first of all, what has the Lord told us? The Lord has in the earlier verse. Wait, let me just. Yeah, 7.4, 7.14, for what was the translation? This divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered onto me can easily cross beyond it. Right? Daivihe Isha Gunamayi, Mama Maya Durantaya, Mam Eva Ye Prapadyante, Mayam Etam Tarantate. Right? Last time we had done this verse. So now when we have come to the next verse, where what is the Lord saying? Now Lord is also giving us the examples, or he's also telling us that there are going to be some people in this world who will not surrender onto me, right? I am doing everything. I am cooking. I am earning. I have a house. I am the owner of this house. I am the owner of my car. When a person starts thinking in all these terms, or when a person starts thinking only that if he is the owner of, he is doing things, that is when his buddhi, or when his intelligence is completely lost, because he started thinking that it is me who is doing everything. Okay, those miscreants. And now what is the word which is used over here? miscreants. What was the miscreants? What is the meaning over here in our verse? Can somebody tell me what does miscreants mean?
Grossly foolish. Miscreants are grossly foolish.
In our verse,
Oh, Mataji, sorry, Mataji.
in our verse it is miscreants is
Who are grossly foolish.
grossly.
Duskritana.
That's mudha. Dushkritina. Okay, Dushkritino, right? And Dushkritino are the miscreants who are grossly foolish and who are lowest among mankind. Okay, now lowest among mankind does not mean exactly that we are talking about something about the varna or something about the financial status about a man. No, but whose if his intelligence is, suppose if a person is behaving like a mad person, right? Nobody is going to call him a clever, right? Anybody, like suppose you go on the road, okay, and you just go on, you have money in your hand and you just go on throwing everything in your hand from your hand, or if you go and you're just going to throw away things from your house outside, what will some person come and say? Are you gone crazy? Have you lost your senses? What are you doing? Right? So over here, when we are talking about lowest among mankind, that means that person who has lost his intelligence. Okay, see, we're talking about grossly foolish, lost his intelligence, and whose knowledge is stolen by illusion. What is illusion? Do we know what is illusion?
Like Maya.
Maybe something that covers something to
Yes.
not show the true form of it.
Yeah, the example was when illusion is given, like when you're talking about when you're going on a road, when you're going on a trip and you're sitting in your car, and then you see that in the car you feel that there's water in front of in on the road at a distance. Have you all ever experienced that? Just let me have you experienced? Wait, let me just pull out a video, a photo for you over there. It's called as a road motor mirage, but let me have it for you over here if we have picture. Anybody has experienced when you're driving, you feel that there's water on the road, and then when you go there, there is
Yes,
nothing.
Mataji, the mirage.
The
No,
mirage,
Mataji.
mirage thing.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, I've seen it.
You've seen it, right? Okay, I'm not getting a proper picture for it. Let me see. Wait, let me see. Okay, maybe next time we can have it. Never mind. Okay, you all can see the slide, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so this, like, some in the material world there are many illusions, right? But what happens is people get covered by different sort of thoughts or different sort of things which they are getting engaged into, and that because of that, what happens, your knowledge is stolen. Now, does it mean that my somebody is going to take away my knowledge and run away with it? What do you mean
No,
by knowledge?
Mataji.
So this knowledge is stolen. That means we ourselves, okay, we ourselves are getting engaged into something which we should not be engaged into, or we ourselves, though we know things, but still we get carried away by some parts of our life, of our material life. And due to this, what happens, our nature starts becoming demonic. Because see, when you are going away from Krishna, that means you are getting entangled into the three modes of material nature, and you are not getting out of it. instead of surrendering to Krishna, we start surrendering to the modes of material nature, and then we start our material life in such a way that you lose bhakti and you get into other things. Let's see, there are so many other things one can get into, right? Now, what is the Lord trying to tell us, or what does Srila Prabhupada say? That how can we try to change our, how can we change our this mentality, or what can we do for it? In 2.7, we have learned, right? Somebody wants to say this? Samskriti?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, can I say? Mataji,
Okay, after some, after Samskriti, Subhadra and Giridhari can also say it. Yes, Samskriti, go ahead.
कार्पण्यदोषपहतस्वभाः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसमूढचेता यक्षे यस्यानिष्ठितं भूरि कन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं सारिमां त्वां प्रपन्नाम्.
Very nice. Are you
can I
learning the
see
Brahma
after
Samhita?
Giridhari? Can I go?
One second, one second. I'm going to tell everyone. Samskriti, are you learning the Brahma Samhita?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, I'm learning the Brahma Samhita. Well, I'm reading it.
Very nice, very nice. Subhadra Giridhari, go ahead. Okay, after Subhadra Giridhari, then Ryan can
Yes,
go.
Mataji. Okay, Mataji. Karpanyadosha pahata swabhavaha pritchami dvamna samudacheta yakchera Shitam bruhitan me shishyaste ham swadimam tvam prapanyam. Mataji, can I say? Okay, Mataji. Karpanya dosha vahata swabhava vichami tam dharma samuda cheta yaksheya isyan nishchitam bruhitan me shishyastaham Ham study mam tarpavannam. Hare Krishna
Okay.
Mataji.
Hi, Krishna. We had Ryan wanted to say. Yes, Ryan.
Can I read the sloka? I know it. It's easy feeling and it's squeezy.
Okay. Go ahead, Ryan.
Kapadyato pahatashtripavaha prakshami dharma samudachitaha yashya nishtikam bruhitani nahamyam shishishiham shadimam tvam prapannam.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. Okay. So what are we doing over here is, what did the Lord say? What is Srila Prabhupada in his explanation, what he's saying is that if we try and remember that Krishna is the original Guru, okay, and then Shishyasteham Sadhimam Tvam Prapannam. That means what is Arjuna saying? Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered onto me or onto you. Please instruct me. So if you get into that feeling, or once you get into that thought, what happens? Surrender to the Lord becomes easy. And instead of surrendering to the material pleasures, surrendering to the Lord becomes very, very easy. Okay. Now, in this verse, when we have done, see over here, these miscreants who are foolishly engaged, who are lowest among mankind, like see so many, see if some, because how many we know that Srila Prabhupada, he really wanted us that we all go back to Godhead, or we all at least start our journey back to Godhead, right? So when we have to start our journey back to Godhead, I will give you an example from the Shastras, okay? First, what we have to start, those who really have those who really want to learn. Now when you go to school, okay, when you're learning a topic, when you learn a topic, only then you will understand that what you really did not understand. Your teacher gives you something to learn, or teacher gives you something to read. The next day, I'm going to just lower the hands, okay, so that if I ask a question, I know. Yes. So in the next day when you go, How many of you really have some questions related to it? When will you have questions related to it?
Mataji, I don't always have questions related to it, but yes.
Mataji, can I go?
After Suraj, can we speak, Ryan? I've
Yeah.
seen that you raised your hand. I'll just let Suraj speak. Yes, Suraj.
Mataji, I don't really get questions on the topic, but Mataji, I have a tutor, okay, who teaches me, okay, so I just ask him.
Yeah, whoever. Maybe it's a tutor or maybe it is at school. But then what I mean is, when will you ask a question?
When someone is teaching a subject.
Okay.
When you don't understand something?
When you do not understand something, right? When you do not understand something, for that you will first have to at least read that article. You will have to at least first read that lesson, and only then you will have a question over it, isn't it? So
Yes,
now
Mataji.
I
Mataji,
hope
sometimes you can have a question on a thing you didn't even know, because you can go like, hey, what's this, when it's a coordinate plane.
and but then for that, when you have a question, suppose I have a question for my English query, can I go I have a question in my French, and can I go and ask my English teacher about it? No, right? That looks like, how can that happen? I have a question in my French language, and why am I going to ask my English teacher about it? That means you have to have a question. When you're reading something or when you are learning something, you will have a question. The second thing is, whom am I going to ask that question to? If I have a question, Mukund, are we doing something important?
Mataji, can I go?
Mukund is doing something.
Mataji, that was an accident. I was just on mute.
Okay.
Mataji, can I go?
Yes, Ryan, you had something to say?
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, when, why do I don't see Soumya anywhere?
You don't see Soumya everywhere?
Ryan, Soumya comes only sometimes, because she normally goes to the temple and helps her mom in garlands.
Yeah, Mataji, I can see Soumya now.
I'll pin her for you, okay? I'll pin her for you so that you can see her. Is that okay? You can see Ryan? You can see Soumya?
Mataji, Mataji,
Yes.
I can't see her because you have your screen.
No, I have spotlighted her. Okay, Soumya is
Yeah,
spotlighted. So now Soumya cannot
but
move anywhere because she has been spotlighted. We have caught you, Soumya. We've got you on the screen now. Now, hook or crook, you have to be on screen. So thanks to Ryan. Now, Ryan, I am going to add a pin to you also. Okay, so
Mataji,
you
I
will
don't
also
know
see.
why, but Soumya is not pinned.
yeah,
She
I only see you.
Oh,
me? No, I see Soumya
See,
as
it's
pin.
Deepak, you're shading. That's why nobody is getting pinned.
Okay, let us carry on with our class. There's too many distractions. Okay, so once we are reading some. So once we read something, only then will we have a question about it. And when we have a question, going to the right person and asking them that question is also very important. Just as I said that if I have an English question, I cannot go to my French teacher. If I have a French question, I cannot go to my English teacher, right? So once see, when I go in the class and my students have a problem, so when the students are asking some question, that time I'm very happy. Why? Because I know that they have read that chapter, or they have read that article, or they have read those specific words, and that is the reason now they are having some questions over it. So always remember, when will you have questions? Only when you are thinking about it, only when you're reading about it. Okay, only when you're inquisitive, only then you will have a question. And having questions is a first step for you all to move ahead. That means you are making some progress, you are making at least one step ahead in your direction of getting answers. Okay, so what do you think? When you go to your teacher, will you get an answer for it?
Mataji. Yes, Mataji, yes.
Right? When
Yes,
you go to your
Mataji.
teacher, then you're definitely going to get an answer for it. So when we are thinking, that means at least we are one step ahead in our process. Like compared to yesterday, I did not read it, but today I read something and now I have questions over it. So it is also explained as Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Okay. Atato Brahma Jigyasa, that means at least start thinking about it, ask a question about it. And when you ask a question about it, only then you will be answered. Okay, now when we say that, that we are remembering Krishna, right? But you know what, on the other hand, the reality is that Krishna is also waiting for us. Krishna is also waiting that you ask that what is the reason for my life? What is the reason that I am over here? Who is the Lord? And what is my relation to him? And what am I supposed to do? Now, we'll have an example over here that in our Chaitanya Charitamrita, CC 20.102, okay, Madhya Leela. Madhya Leela, if I'm not wrong. Yes, 20.102 in Madhya Leela, it is explained over there that Sanatan Goswami, he approached Lord Chaitanya. Okay, and when Sanatan Goswami, he approached Lord Chaitanya, the first question which he asked, see, he was Sanatan Goswami, these were all like well-to-do people. Okay, before getting into the uh, before coming and meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were proper well-to-do, they were proper at good positions, and working as good positions for in their material life. So when they came, they knew that, oh, I am a big person, I have so many riches. But when they came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Sanatan Goswami met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what question did he ask? Who am I? Ke ami? This is what he inquired. Okay, let me have that words pulled out for you. See over here. Ke ami kena amya jara jare tapatraya iha nahi jani ke mane hitahaya. That means, who am I? Why do the threefold miseries always give me trouble? If I do not know this, how can I be benefited? This is what Sanatan Goswami asks Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That what is the purpose of my life if I am always going to be entangled into this threefold miseries of this nature? Then how will I get benefited? So, what is my role? What is my real role? Look, such a beautiful picture, okay? के आमी आमाया जारे तापात्रया अपनी कहा प्रभु प्रभु किसरे हित haya. So you might not understand the Bengali exactly. So see over here, we'll read the translation. Subhadra Giridhari, can you read the translation for us?
Mataji, can I say something, please?
Yes.
Mataji, our family is Bengali, so we speak Bengali. Yeah. Yeah,
Very
Mataji.
nice. Very nice. So can we
Okay,
say
you
it
want to
in
together?
Bengali? Do you
Okay,
speak
Mataji.
Bengali?
Yes, Mataji. Mataji.
Yeah.
Mataji, can you say the sloka?
Who is it?
And this is Shubhatra.
Yes, Subhadra Giridhari. Go ahead.
Ke ami ke nama jani tapachaya iha nahi jani ke mane hitahaya. always give me trouble. If I do not know this, how can I be benefited?
Thank you so much for that echo effect. When you two are saying, yes, Ryan.
So look over. So this way.
You're showing something, Ryan?
Yeah,
Yes. What's that, Ryan?
it's an army of pilots that go to us.
Okay, okay. Maybe at the end of the class, I'll ask you again about it. Okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So see, it is not only so when we know that yes, Krishna is our best friend, Krishna is waiting for us, he is eagerly waiting for us. Okay. So in the scriptures also we have an example that it's if Sanatan Goswami also had this question, what do you think? Should we also have this question sometimes that who am I? What am I
Yes,
doing?
Mataji.
I'm getting up, going to school, getting up, going to my office, coming back, cooking, eating, sleeping. Is this
Mataji, I've never really had that question. No, but I had this question where, like, what's the point of me doing all this?
okay? So at some point we should start having this question that what is my real role? Okay, and only then we will start getting the answers toward it. Okay. Now in the another example which is given is about Prahlad Maharaj. Okay, Prahlad Maharaj, he also taught when he was talking to Narsimha Deva, what he said that we will have, okay, 1 second, okay. Subset Mukund, Samskriti. So Devi, can you please read this for us? So Devi is there?
No, Mataji. It kind of looks like that she has a background, but it kind of looks like that she's not here.
Okay.
It doesn't look like she's here.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
she's
Devi.
here. She's here.
She is back. So Devi, can you read the translation for us?
Yes, Mataji. O best of the great personalities, I'm not at all afraid of material existence, for whatever I stay, I'm fully absorbed in thoughts of your glories and activities. My concern is only for the fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness and maintaining their families, societies, countries. I'm simply considered with love for them. Thank you, Mataji.
Very cool. So see, when Prahlad Maharaj, when he was talking to Lord Narsimha, what he said that the what is the worst worries that he has is my concern is only for the fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness. See, because during those times when these asuras, when they had what they had plans that they are going to conquer the Indra, they are conquer the heavenly planets, and then they are going to rule over it, right? So what did Prahlad Maharaj also say that my concern is only for the fools and these rascals who are making so many plans that they will live like this, they will live happily for all this material happiness, and how they will live in this society and how long they will live. They, what did the asuras do? Whenever they had any boons, they tried to ask for immortality, right? And how they could have all the pleasures in the material life. So Prahlad Maharaj also had the concern about this. And this is what is also explained to us in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, the 9th chapter, and the 43rd verse. So just imagine if Prahlad Maharaj, if Sanatan Goswami, all these eminent personalities also had these questions, we should also think about it, right? Like, what is my role and what I exactly need to do in this world? This verse clearly has more understanding. So what I'm going to do is next week we will have the continuation of this verse because there are some more stories which I need to tell you with respect to this verse. So what will we do is next week when we meet, we'll continue with this verse. because there are some realizations which from you also I can pick up, and then we will carry on with this verse for the next time also. Is it okay? Last week I wasn't feeling better, so I could
Yes,
not join,
Mataji.
but we will have this class every Friday, okay? And I hope that everybody joins. Is that okay? Because then now if I continue with the next part, it will get late for you all. And I think it is already, what time is it for you? It's 7:15 already for you
Say
all, right?
15, Asya.
Okay, so we will end this call now and we'll meet again next week. Is that okay?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
So we'll end
That's
our
not
Mancha Kalpataru.
कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। सीता प्रीति माता जी की जय।
Yes, class. Bye.
बाय बाय।